Happy Financially Lit Tuesday. Back at it again. I'm back. I'm ready to bring you financial tips, news, and tricks to help you wealth up. So I'm live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for Financially Lit Tuesday. Super glad to be back. I have been gone on a little vacation, had to regroup and everything after the season and come back. So definitely, so today's topic I'm going to be talking about unemployment, payroll, labor markets, all of that good stuff. So for those of you that are tuned in, go ahead and hit the share button. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe and go ahead and chime in, send me a comment, let me know who's tuned in, who's watching with me, so that we can engage, we can get this party started and get lit on this Financially Lit Tuesday. All right. Hey, Toya. Greetings. I hope you're doing great. What's up, girl? Awesome. Yes, y'all. So continue to chime in, continue to comment, continue to hit share, because with these financial tips and tricks and news that I'm sharing with you all, you don't want to keep it to yourselves. You also want to let people know as well, right? Because we're going to wealth up together. We're going to make sure that, our community is empowered along their wealth journey as well. So to go ahead and get started with our topic today about unemployment and payroll. So, hey, Autumn. Hey, girl. How's it going? She said, love the energy. I had to take a little breather and come back strong. I'm actually just got off the road coming back from South Florida because I flew out of Miami. So it has been quite the trip. Yes. Toya said, shared, posting it in a few groups. I appreciate you, Toya. I appreciate it. Right. Yes. Definitely about to get lit today. Rate 100, because I want to talk unemployment. There's a lot of, business owners that I represent, that I work with. I know a lot of people in the Jacksonville community that are business owners, and they're trying to figure out, what is going on with this labor crisis? Why can't I find good employees? Where are they at? You have gas stations shutting down for the lack of employees. Like, what is going on? Let me know. If y'all know, let me know. No, but we're going to talk about it today. So if you have noticed that, go ahead and turn and let me know if you've noticed different places around the city or around wherever you are that have been shutting down because of the lack of employees. Because this is a whole crisis out here, the unemployment, the labor market right now. It's just, people are not going back to work. So I want to talk about a few. There's vaccinations out here. So people's accessibility to getting vaccinated are all over the place. So a lot of people are getting vaccinated so that they can get out and about, whether it's traveling or just back in the workforce. A lot of states have lifted different restrictions as far as, where can you go in the community, things like that. Can you go back in the office or not? But the job market is still struggling even with this vaccine, right? Because it's very hard. So I have one client, example. So she has a restaurant. Some of you may know who I'm talking about, right? So she has a restaurant and she scheduled over 15 interviews in 1 week, right? 3 of those people showed up. She went ahead and hired 2 of them, and then the others just never, and then the other third person just never showed up. They never showed up to work. And it's just like a lot of people are responding to job posts, but they're not actually going to the job interviews. Because I know, like, on the unemployment website, you have to apply for a certain amount of jobs so that you can make sure that you're getting your compensation, things like that. You have to show, like, what different jobs you're applying to, whatever the case may be. So these employers are putting out these jobs out here saying, hey, we want you to come work with us. For those of you that are thinking about a career change, that are thinking about, I need a new job, or this is the time to do it. because there are so many different employees out there that need work, employees. This is the time to renegotiate your wages, your salary and wages. I'm going to talk about that later on, about how the minimum wage requirements are going up, things like that. This is the perfect time to do that. Renegotiate that contract. This is that time to go after that job that you wanted to go after, but maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe you felt like you weren't qualified. Go after it and just see, just go after it. This is also a great time to get different certifications. I was just in South Florida, right? I was talking with one of my colleagues, and they're like, hey, there's actually a program in South Florida that is paying people to get a certification in the IT technology field. They're paying you to get this certification. Well, they're not paying you to get it. They're paying for the certification. And then on the other side of it, you're making 80 plus K a year, right? So it really doesn't hurt into looking into those options. If you need more information on that, I can connect you with that colleague. But you have different programs out there that are, that are giving you, helping give you the requirements, the schooling, the certifications. And what I gotta say with certifications, it doesn't hurt to get another certification under your belt, especially when it comes to you at no cost, other than your time and commitment, right? So go ahead and do it. There is literally right now, statistically, 1 to 3 open jobs for every unemployed person in the United States. And there's over 2 million people out of work in the United States right now, Americans. So, meaning for every one person, you got 3 open jobs. Yes, different employers have to get their money up, which I'll talk about later as well. So with employers out there, you have to think about how much you're paying your employees, because yes, it's crazy. You're dealing with product costs going up, things like that, supplies going up, utilities going up, but also your employees need to get paid more as well, because on their end, on the consumer side, they are getting hit with higher costs for bread, milk. The standard of living is going up. So they have to be compensated adequately. But just to put those numbers out there, that's pretty wild. For there to be almost 3 jobs for every unemployed person in America. That screams, hey, what is going on here? So just to think, a couple of years ago, less than 2 years ago, the unemployment rate was less than it was in decades, right? So the unemployment rate was the best it was in almost decades. And then now in 2021, we're looking at a crisis, a labor crisis, where we can't get people into work. So I want to, what do y'all think are the reasons as to why people are out of work right now? I want to see y'all chime in. Let me hear what y'all got to say as far as why, people are not going back to work. What do y'all feel like the issue is, or what's going on? And then I'll go over some of, what I think as well. Let me hear from y'all. Let me see what y'all got to say. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. While you are going ahead and chiming in, I do want to say, make sure that you're subscribing and sharing to Financially Lit Tuesday. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and go to the Sipping Wealth YouTube channel so that you can go ahead and subscribe and stay up to date on Financially Lit. So to understand, exactly what issues, how to solve this problem, this labor crisis, as far as these people getting back to work. Right? Or, with what the issue is. Why are we having stores and things closed down for the lack of employees? So we have to look at, the unemployment compensation has increased, right? So you had in different states, Florida is among one of the states that paid the least amount of money for unemployment compensation. I had to put that out there. Yes, because, you have that $275. And then federally, they had the $300 increase, and then they had before that the $600 increase. All right. So Destiny, hey girl, she says benefits. If people go back to work, they lose their benefits. Exactly. So that is one of those big things because people are having fun not having to work, going to work and, still getting that unemployment check because they're getting that 275 plus 300 from the federal. They were getting that 275 plus 600 a week on federal. All right. Empress said they never paid my wife. A shame. Yeah. So if uh unemployment is a little wonky, but I know some people that that they applied last April and they actually wrote them a check for all the months that they didn't get paid out. So maybe reaching out to them again and seeing, hey, what's going on to the website. Um, Sometimes it does take a little time, unfortunately, to get to them, but I did see some cases where people got like a huge check to compensate for all the weeks that they didn't actually get paid for. So definitely look into that if you're still looking for the unemployment compensation. Autumn said, we are learning our worth and independence, also known as being an entrepreneur. I like that you said that, Autumn. Yes, I see a lot of individuals that hopping into the entrepreneur realm, the business ownership. They're saying, yo, like, I'm going to get my unemployment, but I'm also going to, make sure that I'm growing my business. Maybe a hobby, something that I had as a hobby. Like I just ran into a woman the other day. She actually just moved into One Bridge. Awesome. She sells amazing crystals and things. I don't have her earrings on right now, but like she sells awesome different jewelries, accessories, things like that. I'm having to do with crystals, and she took the leap and she said, hey, like I'm getting out of the workforce and I'm focusing on my business 100%. She's out at One Bridge right now. Really awesome woman. But yeah, that is a really good example. We also have, so we had to push entrepreneurship. We keep reaching out, but it's been over a year. Oh, dang, over a year? Yeah, that's quite a while. Unemployment is very wonky. I know a couple of people, they've been having like issues with them. Unfortunately, like I'm not too experienced as far as dealing with the unemployment office or having dealt with them or to see get a way around to them. But I just know dealing with the federal government and any agencies that are linked to them, they like to drag their feet. Unfortunately. She said, so we had to, so we're manifesting our huge check. Yes. And Empress Brittany, they have awesome business as well. So they sell different accessories, oils, massage oils. I've gotten massage oils from Brittany quite a couple of times. And the massage oils are absolutely awesome, amazing. So big ups to y'all. Y'all are doing your thing. I see you all at different events as well. Hopefully you'll be at Unity Fest. But yes, that is awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Some are investing that into their own business and self. It's not always people are lazy and don't want to work. You're right. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying, yo, I wanna, I've been doing this this business for years now, and I haven't really been able to dedicate my time and effort into it. And when COVID hit and I was home, I started growing my business and it started moving. So I didn't see a benefit into going back to work. I was growing my business in return, right? I'm investing in myself. That's the best thing that you can invest in is you. Thanks so much for that shout out. And you're so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Awesome. So, and actually, as far as like the some of the reasons, some of the factors that I have here, none of them talks about laziness, and nor do I think it's like, oh my gosh, the whole world is saying. I mean, not the whole world. These 2 million people are just like, yeah, I just rather do nothing, right? They just found, hey, like there are other things in my life that mean more to me, right? So different one of the factors I have enhanced unemployment benefits. Of course, people are getting paid a lot more or a good amount of money to not go back into the workforce. They're getting paid $300 plus an additional almost $300, $600 a week, by being on unemployment, almost $600 by being on unemployment versus going to work a low wage job. So going to work on low wages versus staying on unemployment. It makes like it's like, oh, why would I go and work for $8.75 when I could have unemployment benefits and then grow my business with that or just live off that. Also have school and childcare availability is limited. So yes, so you still have daycares and things that only take a certain amount of children because of the COVID restrictions. They could only have a certain amount of kids in their facility. Different schools, having to do online or whatever the case may be, or parents not able to go back to work because they have to stay home with their child because of the childcare restrictions. So that's another factor. The fear of contracting COVID. People are still fearful of having to deal with COVID. A lot of people died because of COVID. A lot of people are affected by COVID. So it's still a huge factor in a lot of people's lives. So a lot of people are still fearful of this sickness, this illness. And then another one is local and federal restrictions on businesses. So you have a lot of different businesses that are still having to do like change their way of business, or maybe not even have all their employees in the building at a certain amount of time, or even that many of employees because of different restrictions that are placed on the businesses. So it's not, necessarily, oh, these people they just want to sit at home and collect their unemployment check. It's, these factors as well. So I understand. But I also do want to talk to my business owners out there that we do need viable employees. We need those great employees because that's how we're going to grow the business. That's how we're going to, help other people grow, build their wealth as well. It's great to say, hey, I want to get out there. I want to do this, that, and the third. I want to build a business. But the best way to build a business is to look at how another business is operating, be inside, learning from that owner, things like that. Because once you get into the business, well, it's a whole nother ball game, right? It's oh shoot, you have curveballs everywhere, and when you're working with different people, when you're working with even looking to hire on employees, you want to know how to do that as well. And you want to make sure that you're growing your business and having it on that strong foundation. Yes, we're going to learn as business owners how to, take those curveballs and make them into diamonds. I don't know. but also just knowing that, hey, I want to learn how to make sure that I'm operating my business effectively as well. So I'm going to go into payroll compliance. Hey, Trey. Hey, how's it going? Trey said, great book for business owners, The Energy Bus. Great info on building your team. Yes, absolutely. It's huge. It's definitely big, and staying on top of payroll. Compliance. Payroll compliance is huge. You have a lot of. It's not just hey, bringing on an employee and just do. All right, bye. You have workers comp, and a lot of people, business owners, don't even worry about it, and they don't think about it. But after a certain amount of employees, and even in certain industries, you have to have those things put in place. You have to make sure you have those handbooks. You have to make sure you have these different things put in place. You have to make sure you're paying that reemployment tax. Even for 1099 contractors, there's paperwork behind that as well. So just making sure that, hey, you're in compliance even when you're saying, hey, I want to go and hire people. Because as a business owner, you can only handle so much with just yourself, right? You have to be able to bring on other people to your team. right? So being able to do that effectively and in compliance is huge. Of course, I would love to talk to you all day about payroll compliance, but my time is, not that long. I definitely need to reach out to you for guidance. Absolutely. Absolutely, Empress. You could book a consultation with me. This number on the screen, this is the Grand Rev Financial number. Reach out, give us a shout, schedule a consultation. The consultations are 15 minutes long, just a quick phone call, just to kind of give an idea of what you're looking for, what you're needing, and then we can work from there. But just saying like, hey, like, going into business, like I posted before, going into business is easy. Staying in business is where the challenge is, right? Because you have different things in compliance. You have taxes for literally everything. You have Medicare, Social Security, FICA, unemployment, workers' comp, reemployment, income tax, sales tax. So you do have a lot of things to stay in compliance with, but it's making sure that you have the right people on your team that's going to help you stay in business. Like I said, getting into business is easy. Staying in business is a little more more challenging. So make sure you got the right people on your team, y'all. Building a team. That's why all my team members, when you see them, you've probably even communicated with them. Jocelyn, George, Chevy, Brianna. I have a team surrounding me. Yes, yes. In the beginning, when I started my business, it was the Wadleen show. But as I grew to be able to make sure that I'm providing a quality of service, that I'm actually staying knowledgeable on different things, I have to do my homework myself. And if I'm constantly running around in circles trying to keep up with everybody, I can't do that. And just like you as a business owner, if you're constantly running in circles and things like that, and you can't possibly expand your business and grow your business because you're constantly running, and you have to be able to stay up to date on different things, right? So that you can grow the business. And your team is fire. So Trey is also a part of my team as well. He's amazing. So last year, Trey was basically harassing me. Let me tell y'all really quick. Trey was harassing me for for like a year. And I'm like, okay, this payroll guy, whatever. And then it came to a point this year where I was like, yo, I need to bring on somebody to help out with payroll. And we actually partnered up with Trey at ADP to help out with our payroll processing for our clients. So, and that was a huge plus, for us to be able to say that, hey, one, we need help, but we need to make sure that our clients are in compliance as well. But we can't do everything ourselves. We're not a one-stop shop, right? And a lot of business owners, they want to be. But in order to make sure that you are providing quality service, that you're intentional about making sure, especially in my line of business, that I'm helping our clients build wealth, that I don't try to be this one-stop shop, right? So we brought on Trey. We said, hey, Trey, we're going to need some help on the payroll side. So he's definitely a huge factor of the business. And maybe even some of you have been in contact or seen emails from Trey as well. Very awesome guy. But yes, just seeing as a business owner that you need different things. You need different elements. I have lawyer colleagues, with people that need to build trust funds, or people that need to have a lawyer on their side as a business owner. I have credit. I don't specialize in credit, right? But I have associates colleagues that I say, hey, I have this client that needs business credit. I have this client that needs to grow their credit, right? It's an effort. It's a community effort. It's don't be afraid to grow your business in this way, because the team is everything. Just build that golden team and you're lit. Right? So I did go over quite a bit of information. For my business owners out there, minimum wage is increasing in September for the state of Florida. So just want to make sure that you are up to date. $10 an hour for our non-tipped employees. Definitely want to look on the Department of Revenue website to make sure that you're in compliance with that, which, notices and things like that should have already started being mailed to you if you are registered. But yes, make sure that you are in compliance. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to Grand Rev Financial. If you need us to go ahead and take over your payroll processing, things like that, go ahead and reach out to Grand Rev as well. We can help you out. If you're in the workforce, like looking to get back in the workforce, and you're like, hey, I want to change my profession, or I want to change my career, do that now. This is a great time to do it, y'all. Like, there are millions of jobs out there. This is that moment. And they are cutting the federal funding for that $300 unemployment boost because of this kind of labor crisis and things like that. So they are looking to cut it at the end of next month. So unless things change. But thank you for joining me for Financially Lit Tuesday. I appreciate all you. I appreciate the interactions. Stay tuned for next week. I'll be releasing our topic for next week. But yes, have a wonderful and a great Financially Lit Tuesday, y'all. Yay!